The Arizona Public Interest Research Group has announced this year's Trouble in Toyland report.
Though the ban is lifted, there are still a lot of rules ice cream trucks have to follow.
We begin today with the merger between U.S. Airways and American Airlines.
Revamping the way you get around downtown, I'll tell you all about the City of Phoenix's latest push to make transportation easier.
And there is a perfect storm of tourism about to hit Tempe. This weekend, the city will host two of the biggest events of the year. Phoenix's light rail is pretty safe compared to other cities. The city of Baltimore has light rail system with a comparable ridership and size to Phoenix. And since 2011, they've had 506 accidents. The Obama administration has extended the federal minimum wage and overtime protection to home care workers. In 2009, when most small businesses were having to close their doors, Ever After Florals experienced one of their busiest years to date. President Obama signed a military pay bill to make sure all troops and some Defense Department workers will still get paid during the government shutdown. Arizona has seen a total of 11 cases of meningitis this year, 3 of which were the dangerous meningitis B. Though the Arizona Health Department says there's no direct connection to the Princeton cases, it's a story of caution for ASU freshmen like Bailey Naich.
That really scares me.
Meningitis is common in college freshmen because it spreads easily through small corridors like dorms and common areas.
When anyone gets sick, especially on my floor or any floor, it just goes around for weeks.
And like most illnesses, meningitis can be spread through sneezing, not washing your hands, sharing drinks, you name it.
If someone has a drink and they go can I have some, you're not gonna be like, oh, meningitis. That's not the first thing you think of.
The only states that require their students to get meningitis vaccinations are Connecticut, New Jersey, Texas, and Virginia. This means that out of the thousands of incoming ASU students, not everyone is getting vaccinated.
I remember having to give them my meningitis A form.
Now, Bailey is right. She did have to give them a form, but it was not a form requiring her to get her meningitis vaccination. It was a form acknowledging that she knew the health risks of meningitis. The only vaccines students are required to get are measles, mumps, and rubella. Live in the First Amendment Forum, Caiti Currey, Caiti News. The state fair is in full swing. There's food, rides, and even rodeo. I spoke with some high schoolers who are putting on their boots in hopes of winning the grand prize. Some lace up their cleats before a competition, others put on their pads. But these student athletes slip on their cowboy boots.
Exactly.
Zoe Billings is the student president of the Arizona High School Rodeo Association. She, along with 200 other high schoolers, participate in statewide competitions throughout the year.
We're active every month and we move all over the state.
For many of these competitors, it's a family tradition.
My parents always did it their whole life, and my grandparents always did it too. I always grew up around it.
Arizona is just one of 41 high school rodeo associations nationwide. For a lot of these students, they travel a long way to compete because not every state has a high school rodeo. Zoe herself is from New Mexico. She's been making the trip to compete in Arizona for years.
I've rodeoed with a lot of my friends since I was 6.
But rodeoing is not just about the sport. For a lot of these riders, it helps build their character.
We have very, very, very few discipline problems, if any.
And while they are learning life lessons, they are also gaining something else, the chance at college scholarships.
There's probably at least 50 of our contestants are going to college on a full ride type scholarship.
So while all these competitors come to the Arizona State Fair to compete, Zoe is hoping to not only walk away with a win on her horse, but a win and a chance to go to college after high school.
I applied to my first college, New Mexico State University, just last weekend.
Located about 100 miles outside of Phoenix is Aguila, Arizona. This small community that relies almost entirely on cantaloupe and cotton farming is home to one of Arizona's few remaining all-volunteer fire departments. Aguila Fire Department has 20 volunteers on staff. According to Chief Clint White, most of the volunteers are all here for similar reasons.
The same reason why I joined is because I just wanted to help out.
Unlike many volunteer fire departments, Aguila often has a wait list of men and women who are wanting to join, many of whom are young adults.
I know a lot of the volunteer fire departments, they talk about the age, but we've been doing really good having a lot of the younger guys.
Aguila, Arizona is a small community of less than 1,000 people, but this fire station still faces its fair share of big issues. Two of the main problems most volunteer fire departments face are low funding and a lack of training for volunteers.
Aguila Fire Department receives some funding from property taxes, but that's not always enough. Phyllis Forward-Ducey is responsible for writing the department's grants.
You sit back and you go, oh, we could really use that, but I know we're not going to have the money for it, so let me try.
Almost all the volunteers work on the surrounding farms. Their average workday can be anywhere from 10 to 12 hours.
It's kind of hard to find time to go get the training that you do need. The only training they get is here at the fire department that we give them.
Despite all of the struggles the department faces, the community is committed to keeping the department around for years to come.
We've got a really good crew right now.
The goal is to make sure they all remain safe.